Yo, big boy. Welcome to So Far So Good. Chris has just told me to call him for some reason, so I hope he's got something good.
What are you up to, man? Are you doing anything now?
Yeah, bro, I'm recording the pod.
What?
Yeah.
Alright, man, I'm coming over. I'm just on my way home. I'll be there in 2 minutes.
Is this why you called me?
Welcome to the So Far So Good podcast. I'll see you in 2 minutes.
So far, so good.
And he actually made it. He's standing right in front of me.
Told you, man, 2 minutes and I'd be here.
Yeah, not bad at all. It's actually like 10 seconds.
Yeah, I told you to call me, man, because I was on the way home from basketball. I scored 24. We won by about 20. It was a solid game, man. I was up and about. I was like, let's film a podcast.
Let's film a podcast.
Let's film it, brother. We've
So-
pressed record. We're filming.
If your team won by 20, that means you technically won the game for your team.
Well, yeah. If I wasn't there, we would have lost.
Looks
Straight
really.
up.
What did
Maybe.
the other team score?
So it was like 70 to 50.
Yeah, not bad. If I was there, you would have won by a mile.
Oh, if you were there, man, that would have been some mad spectating.
I'm a good spectator. Remember that one time I was spectating a match and they got me to do the scores?
Oh,
I was so confused.
did it work?
Well,
Were you
yeah,
able
but
to
then,
do it?
remember the other team got so mad at me because I started the time early once?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's why you don't get noobs to score a basketball game.
Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah,
All right,
that's what we
man. What do you want to talk about today, man?
Well, apart from watching your basketball games every now and then, do you know what else I watch?
What do you watch?
Bunch of TV shows.
Oh, you're one of those guys,
Yeah,
eh?
that's how I roll, man. So we did talk about how our childhood is pretty much shaped by all these cartoons and, old school Disney Nickelodeon shows.
Yes,
but what
that's
about
right.
right now?
What about right now? Well, now that our lives have been shaped, now we watch a bunch of random things, don't we?
Yeah, so if life's a circle, it was shaped as a pentagon watching these TV shows, maybe even a hexagon. And then we just refined that shape into a circle by watching these more TV shows.
And now, I don't know about you, but I watch a bit of this, bit of that, and a bit of everything.
But I still watch 100% more shows than you.
That's right.
You still
because-
don't even watch enough movies.
Hey, hang on a second. I've got a life here.
Just like to remind everyone that Chris studied film, but he hates movies.
Hang on a second. I love movies, man.
He hates
You know what?
movies.
Nah, I'll tell you one thing. Out of the two of us, I'm the one that has the life.
Nah, out of the two of us, I am your life.
Hey!
So far, so good.
That's right. All right, everybody. So, you know what? I'm going to kick this off because I've got a show that I love and Gaurav loves as well.
Do I?
You sure do.
Did you tell me about the show, or do we both just know about it?
We both knew about it.
Yeah.
We've both watched it the whole way through a few times.
Okay.
I reckon we should 3, 2, 1
Let's
this.
3, 2, 1.
What do you reckon? Do you reckon
Yeah,
you know it?
let's go for it. Let's go
Let's
for it.
do it. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Prison Break.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, not bad at all. Not bad at all.
I had a feeling we'd get that one, man.
Yeah. As soon as you said we both knew it, I instantly thought Prison Break.
Yeah. So we both actually watched it separately and then told each other we liked it. And, well, yeah. I think
Yeah.
we rewatched it another... I reckon I've watched it through about 4 times.
I remember the first time I was watching it for the first time in my life, I actually got the box set of all seasons for my sister's birthday. And then I started watching it myself. And I was like, dude, I started watching Prison Break. And you're like, yeah, I used to watch that a long time ago. Like, it was all right. I'm like, dude, it's so good. Just watch it again. And you're like, yeah, it was pretty good. And then we kind of both were watching it at the same time, and trying
Yeah.
to stay up with each other. It was good times. I was
Yeah,
pretty
good times.
pretty dough
But-
when that show ended.
Yeah, I mean, the thing was, I wasn't really a fan of Season 4, man. I really wasn't.
Yeah.
Like, Season 1 was
yeah.
awesome. Season 2 was pretty awesome as well because they're on the run. Season 3, they're back in prison. I'm
Back
like,
in
oh,
prison.
it's cool, though.
what a
'cause
good-
It's like,
how-
that's what we came here to watch.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
then Season 4, it's just...
They're like on the run, but there's a million plot twists, and yeah.
But you know what? I'd recommend anyone listening, if you haven't watched Prison Break, watch it. If you have watched it, you know how good it is.
Yeah, it's got to be one of the first of its kinds, as in like one of those really good just shows. All rounder, great acting, great story, plot twist. Oh man, the cliffhangers in that show. Whew!
Yeah, for sure. And if you really like Prison Break shows or documentaries, there's a cool show on National Geographic. I think it's called Breakout, but it's basically like real life stories, and you've got the person that broke out telling the story, and then like
What?
footage over the top.
Wait, so they're
You haven't
like
watched it?
they're admitting they broke out,
Yeah.
but then can't they just go back to jail?
Well, it's ones where they've been like put in prison overseas, and then they've broken out and then come back to their home
no
country.
way. Is it usually...
You haven't watched it?
Nah, I've never heard about that.
Oh man, it's so good.
Is it usually like they're wrongfully imprisoned in another country? Or is it like, yeah, they're a criminal that broke out?
Well, it's all a few different things. Like, I think one was, one was like smuggled drugs and then ended up breaking out and sneaking back to America somehow.
Wow. If you're watching that and then the person's an actual criminal, aren't you like, I don't want to watch this because you should be in prison?
Well, I mean, the people that go on the show, they're not like full-on criminals. Like, they're not like rapists or murderers.
It's like
It's
petty
more like,
crimes.
yeah, or
Yeah.
it's more like, they got hijacked. Like, I don't know, they're in, I don't know, I don't want to stereotype countries. So let's just say they got hijacked and got locked away somewhere in a remote country.
Yeah.
And then they've sort of broken out and then made their way to the airport and got a flight home. That kind of stuff. But there was one crazy one. I think it was in Chile.
Yeah.
I'll get back to you, but love the show. It's seriously amazing.
Yeah.
There was one where this guy was locked up in some African prison.
Yeah.
And him and like 9 other guys teamed up and they all got out together. It was just crazy.
Wow. Wait, what's this Chile one then?
Oh, it's crazy. He basically breaks out, and then he breaks out with this one guy who's like the king of the prison.
Yeah.
And then they're like full on the run. They go through the desert and all this stuff. And then the guy who's like saying the story, he was like lagging behind.
Yeah.
And then the main guy's like full ahead. And they had like another 2 guys with them, like helping them escort them through the desert.
Yeah.
And then they're walking, they're going, and he's like really slow.
Yeah.
And then he finally like catches up to them, and they're like in this guy's backyard of like some guy's house in the desert.
Some random guys.
Yeah. So he's like, it's kind of like he's on a farm, like randomly in the desert by himself.
Yeah.
And they've got like human remains in the fire, ready to eat. And the guy, the main guy from the prison was like eating parts of the body, and he was like, what the hell? Because he was worried he was going to get eaten. So he snuck away from the group, and then I don't know how, but he somehow slipped back into America. It's been a while since I watched it. That was the most craziest one ever.
That is shocking. Do they give you a pretty detailed account of how they escaped?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that's the best
And it's
part.
full, like, they've remade it as well to make it. So like he's telling the story, and then there's like B-roll over the top of. Yeah, it's
That's
insane.
crazy good.
Great show.
But yeah, Prison Break. What a great job.
Yeah.
What a great job.
Yeah,
I reckon my favorite character in that has got to be.
Wait,
You reckon it's the same?
I reckon it's the same.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go.
3, 2, 1.
Teabag.
Yes!
Yeah!
I knew it.
He's actually a villain in the
I
show.
feel like
but
we've talked about
great.
this like years and years and years ago.
Yeah.
But he's a great character.
Great character. He's one of the villains, but he just pulled it off so well. He's got his own sense of humor. Such a great actor. I don't think it could have been played by anyone else.
Yeah, for like a TV show like that. I mean, generally they're just acting as like kind of normal people and things like that. But that character, that is one of the best acting performances on a TV show.
Actually, fantastic.
Seriously.
Even actually, all the characters are pretty distinct, but his role in particular, what a great actor. Do you remember his full name? Trivia.
Nah.
I remember.
Go for it.
Theodore Bagwell.
Ah, very nice.
Yeah. He's even got a cool normal name.
Yeah, but it goes down to Teabag. Oh, so sad. Poor guy.
Yeah.
He was born to be a criminal, that guy.
Yeah, that's true. With a name like that. All right. One of my... It's fairly recent. Well, relatively. It's got to be in one of my top 5 shows. You've watched it as well.
Mm.
You used
The
to
whole
watch
thing?
it. The whole thing.
Is it finished?
It's finished.
I want to try and 3, 2, 1 this.
You reckon? You reckon you got it?
So it's finished. I've watched the whole thing. You've watched the whole thing.
Yeah.
Is it like a really popular show?
It's pretty popular.
All right.
You think you've got it?
I reckon I know.
All right. Let's 3, 2, 1 it.
All right.
3, 2, 1.
Breaking Bad.
Yeah!
Yes!
Oh,
Oh.
remember the first episode when we got everything wrong?
I know, right? Look at how our relationship and chemistry has grown.
Oh, man, so far I reckon it's so good.
Oh, it is so good.
Yeah. So, Breaking Bad. What a show. Favorite character in that?
It's got to be. It's got to be. I'm just trying to think of what other characters there were. Oh, that dude. That dude.
Good guy, bad guy. Well, they're all kind of bad.
Well, bit of both, really. I can't remember his
Jesse
name.
Pinkman. Everyone loves Jesse Pinkman.
Oh, I did love him. He
Yeah.
was a mad guy.
You know what? Fun
Oh,
fact.
I know the guy. The
Yo.
guy. Oh, you tell me your fun fact.
Well, fun fact. They were going to kill Jesse Pinkman at the end of season 1.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
But then the creators of the shows were so, like, impressed by his performance. They're like, nah, we'll keep him in. There was
Yeah.
also, like, a writer's strike, which kind of helped, which is why season 1's so short. So,
Okay.
yeah, it was a win-win all round.
Yeah, he was a great
I'm
character,
so
man.
thankful he stayed in the whole show.
Yeah. You know the guy who owned the fast food joint?
Yeah, he's my favorite.
Yeah.
Gus Fring.
Yes.
Gustavo
Gus.
Fring.
He was a legend.
He owned Los Pollos Hermandos or something like that.
Yeah, man.
Close
Great
enough.
burgers.
Fried chicken, man.
Oh,
Pollos is chicken in Spanish. Los Pollos.
All right. Well, if you're ever in the mood for fried chicken and you're in I don't know, wherever they live,
Spain.
hit it up.
No, Mexico. It's not a
Mexico.
real restaurant.
I know.
Oh, okay.
That's
Yeah, fair call, fair call.
very cool.
No, that was a good show, man. I like it when a show ends properly.
yeah.
Like, that had a good ending that I wasn't disappointed with.
Yeah, definitely.
I won't say the ending in case there's a lot of people out there that haven't seen the show.
Mm.
But see, like, Prison Break was a great ending. But remember when they made that dumb, like, movie-length episode?
Yeah,
last
and it was
thing?
like a different ending to what the actual show was.
Yeah,
I didn't like
I reckon
that.
that ruined it.
Nah, it wasn't good.
Stick with the series.
Yeah,
ending.
for sure,
It's way
for sure.
better.
But with Breaking Bad, got to give a hand up to Bryan Cranston for his
Oh,
acting.
what an absolute legend.
Can't say that show without mentioning his name.
You know they originally wanted Matthew Broderick?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And
but-
then
Well,
It
I
fell
don't know
through,
exactly
or-
what happened, but
yeah,
I can't imagine anyone else playing that role.
nah, neither.
Yeah.
He played it so well.
so well. Yeah, After that, I was like, anything that had Bryan Cranston in it, I was watching.
Yeah.
Like Argo, the movie. What a great movie. And he only had a small role in that.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Should we bring up a show that's a bit controversial between us?
What is it? Do I know it? Controversial. Why is it controversial?
It's controversial between us.
Between the two of us.
Yeah.
As in, like, one of us
Because you're not
likes it.
very happy about it.
I'm not happy about the show.
No, about the situation of the show between us. Hey. Let's see if you can get this one.
I don't think I can 3, 2, 1 this.
Nah,
I've got no idea.
no idea.
Wait,
Alright, do you want me to come
give
out with
give
it?
me like a genre.
Ooh. Would say mystery? No, that's
What?
terrible. That's terrible description.
Like thriller,
Nah, not thriller.
drama.
Yeah, ish, but
Give me how many words are in this show.
3.
Man, is the first word the?
Nah. I'll just come out with it.
Hey, come out with it.
GOT.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Oh, of course. How could I forget? That is like a worldwide, well-known show.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So
What genre would you call Game of Thrones?
Fantasy, straight up.
Fantasy,
Yeah. It's like a
That's-
political fantasy, pretty
Yeah,
much.
it's kind of the word I was looking for.
Yeah. it's
That's why I
exactly
didn't
what
go
it is.
with drama. I mean, there's obviously drama in it, but it's not.
It's
not
straight up
drama.
fantasy.
Yeah, for sure.
Fantasy, yeah. A lot of subgenres, but I'd give it
Yeah.
straight up fantasy.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, yeah, so the reason why well, I wouldn't call it controversial.
It is.
But the reason why I was mad is because so I started it a long time ago, before it became like, when the first season, or the first 2 seasons were out, it was still very popular. But I was watching it, I borrowed it off my friend, watched all the episodes.
Borrowed it off your friend.
Yeah, Dayan. I got it off Dayan.
Oh, you got it off Dayan.
Yeah.
Old mate.
So that's when I was watching the first 2 seasons. And I remember once, because when I was watching an episode, they were like hour-long episodes, you know this. When I'm watching an episode, I would turn off everything. Like, all of my concentration and energy was to that show.
Yeah, you actually have to, or
Yeah, you have to. And I remember this one time, this was way before you started the show. You were like, you would have messaged me something or something, and I would have replied 2 hours later. You're like, dude, why do you take so long to reply? I'm like, dude, I was watching Game of Thrones, and you just couldn't get your head around it. But anyway, you started when season 4 came out?
Nah. I reckon about after season 2 or 3.
I think 3, after season 3 maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so you started watching it and you were going full on, like you caught up, you were loving it, you were following it, you had your favorite characters, and then suddenly you just stopped.
Yeah. Had
Why?
to stop. I will give my explanation of why I had to stop. Okay. So in my life, with almost
Oh my god.
no, hear me out here. In my life, with everything I do, everything is like pretty fast paced. So I'm always like go. All right. So when I come home and I've got like a free hour where I can possibly watch Game of Thrones, I can't just sit there and just fully concentrate because I'm just the whole day I'm go. So with a show that's so, look, I know things happen all the time. It is a really good show for everyone out there. We all know it's good, but it is a bit slow for things to happen, and a lot of information needs to come through before anything actually happens. And I can't do it anymore.
So
It's
you're
just too
saying
slow.
is your life is so fast you could not stand 1 hour. That
I
was a
can't.
little
No,
bit
but
slow.
what I'm saying is I can't just instantly slow down.
But
watch
like,
that
give me an
show.
example of a day to day where Game of Thrones was such a hassle to squeeze in.
Today.
What?
All right. Today, came home from work. Had to do some stuff when I got home. Went to basketball. Came here. And then after this, I got to go home, go to bed.
Oh, so cute.
What time do I have to slow down and watch Game
What
of
about
Thrones?
like when you're about to go to bed? You started to slow down, and then this Game of Thrones can just help you slow down.
Nah, man. If I start watching Game of Thrones before bed, I'll fall asleep.
That's exactly what you want,
No, you don't.
Then
And then
watch
I'll fall asleep halfway through
dude.
the show,
Half
man.
of Breaking Bad was super slow.
Nah, man. Breaking Bad was intense.
It was It was.
But I also I actually really like the story of Breaking Bad. But with Game of Thrones, there's just too many side stories and, to be honest, too many characters, man.
Yeah, it did take me about 3 seasons to figure out who
Yeah,
everyone was.
legit.
Yeah, I was like,
But I
what?
gotta say, my favorite character is definitely Tyrion Lannister.
Yeah, he's got to be everyone's favorite.
Dude, he's in everything. He's
Yeah,
seriously
he
in everything.
kickstarted his career with that. Good on him.
I think he was in a lot of stuff before it.
I think he
But-
was like, I don't want to say struggling, but like, he was trying to like make it properly.
Actually, I did watch a video on him. He was but you know what? He said he dedicated his life to it.
Yeah.
He said, I'm gonna do this and nothing else.
Exactly, and
I think it took him 10 or 15 years.
It took him a
before
long
he got
time.
like major role.
because he was like 40 something, and that's when he landed Game of Thrones.
But the thing is, he's a great actor.
Such a good actor,
And now he's in everything. He's set.
yeah, and he can actually play different characters. He's really good at what he does.
Yeah.
Yeah, good on him. I respect that, but it's probably just because it's fantasy. I know you hate fantasy, and like we mentioned before,
I don't mind fantasy. Depends what it is.
yeah, but remember in the first episode, or one of the earlier episodes, we mentioned how you haven't even seen Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, that's true.
It's because it's fantasy and long.
But Harry Potter's fantasy.
Well,
Hey!
touche.
Ba-boom.
Another show I watched, actually. Well, I used to watch. I'm kind of not up to date. Actually, I'm a lot not up to date. Supernatural.
Supernatural.
You haven't seen it, have you?
Haven't watched any of it.
Yeah.
Sell me on it.
So, dude, it's kind of hard. It's supernatural. You hate fantasy already.
Sell me on it.
All right. So there's these 2 brothers. It's from the creators of the X-Files.
Okay.
Yeah. Chris never watched the X-Files either. He must have heard of it. So, creators of the X-Files, there's these 2 brothers, the Winchester brothers, Sam and Dean. And they are demon hunters. So, it started off like every episode, there's a new sort of monster, like a mythical creature, that they hunt down and capture or kill. And it was just very cool. It was very exciting. It was like you're going on a journey with them. And then, the story got deep and whatnot in the middle of it. Yeah, so I don't know, it's somewhat of a recommendation, but I wouldn't be mad if you didn't watch it.
Okay, so you know what I have watched that's extreme fantasy?
Yo,
Teen Wolf.
I wouldn't say extreme
Would you
fantasy.
say... Hey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
More supernatural
All right. So, would you say Teen Wolf's better?
than supernatural.
Yeah.
Nah.
Really?
Yeah. Teen Wolf was
Okay.
good. I remember watching it when it first came out. Haven't watched it recently or caught up. It was like the first 2 seasons, and I did like it. It was just fun because there were comedic characters, the main ones, and they really bounced off each other. They had a good, a good friendship that was enjoyable to watch.
Yeah, okay.
It's that whole, like you watch it too, it's a whole, his best friend is trying to help him out through this phase of life, which is becoming a werewolf. So good show, good acting, good comedy.
Yeah.
But Supernatural's like, I don't know, it was a bit more deep.
Yeah.
A bit more
for
deep.
sure.
I feel like Teen Wolf is, more targeted towards teenage audience.
Have you watched all of Teen Wolf?
Like the first 2 seasons.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I stopped after the first 2.
It's all on Netflix now, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, all 5 seasons.
I was gonna say I might get back into it, but I know I won't. So
Let's get back into it
Let's
and
not
we'll,
lie.
we'll review a bit of it.
yeah, could do.
Yeah.
You know another fantasy-ish, supernatural-ish show?
Man, for someone that hates
Long time
fantasy-
ago. Long time ago.
Which one?
Actually, not that long. Actually, yeah, long
Like
time ago.
childhood?
Like, yeah, pretty
What?
much.
Like teenage childhood? Or
Like start of high school, maybe a bit earlier.
what? You watched it religiously?
Well, first season, yeah. Then it just got a bit repetitive. And
What was it?
do you think you know what it is?
Not at all.
Okay.
Hit it up.
Should I say it?
Yeah.
Lost.
Oh, I've never seen Lost.
What?
Yeah.
Bro, when it first came out, that first season, it was like, man, everyone's watching it.
The story does sound fantastic. They get like crash land on an island, there's a monster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, the first season's good, and then after that, it's just, dude, it drags on way too long.
Yeah,
And
I
then
heard
it
there's a
just
lot of
gets-
filler and whatnot.
Yeah, it almost gets just dumb towards the end because it's just like, man, like, what is happening?
So, is there a monster?
I can't even remember.
Did you finish all
I don't-
seasons?
Think I did finish it, to be honest.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think it was. I don't know if anymore, if it's still on Australian Netflix. But it was. All of them were on Australian Netflix. I got to double check if it's still there. Yeah.
Maybe we'll go and watch that. What do you reckon?
Yeah. How many seasons? 6?
Nah, I don't think so.
It's an Australian
We'll
show,
have a
isn't
look.
it?
Possibly. That might have
Yeah.
been why it was promoted so much.
Possibly.
But, yeah.
But it's pretty well worldwide known.
Mm.
Lost. Like, I see, it's
It was
all
a
over-
good concept.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
And
yeah.
they had some very distinct characters, so that made it
Yeah.
really good.
It's one of those cliffhangery shows, isn't it?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
Can't go wrong with cliffhangers.
Yeah.
You know what's good about like Netflix and all these like streaming stuff?
Mm.
There's a cliffhanger. You can just watch another episode.
Yeah, so true.
Yeah, the days are gone when you have to wait a week to find out.
Yeah.
It's good.
And then you can just watch the first 10 minutes of the next episode, find out what the cliffhanger was, and then be like, okay, now I'll watch the rest later.
yeah. yeah.
Man, sometimes when I'm watching a show on Netflix, I don't even watch episode by episode. I just watch until like I need to like stop and do something. It might be halfway through an episode, and then you just pause it and
Really?
Yeah, you can
I
come
make
back
a
to
solid effort to try and finish the episode.
yeah. I mean, well, it depends. Depends what you're up to. But,
Like if
you know.
it's if I'm halfway through an episode, something pops up. I'm like, okay, gotta finish this episode. I just hate leaving it halfway through. The only time I stop it is when I'm falling asleep. I'm like, okay, I'll finish this next time.
Yeah, but you can always press pause. When you come back, it starts where you stopped.
You can press pause on DVDs as well.
Yeah, but come on. What are we, in the Stone Age?
Yeah, fair call. Back when VHS and DVDs.
Oh, those are the days. Man.
Yeah, remember when
Those are the days.
you had to rewind the videotapes?
Oh, dude.
Did you ever have one of those cool like rewinding machines
Yeah.
in the shape of a car?
Yep.
Yeah. I remember those. And you just put it in, and it goes
Rewinds
zzz.
back to the start.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are a good idea.
Mm.
You don't really need them at all anymore. So just continuing on this supernatural thing, I know. Oh, I don't think you've seen it. Have you seen Stranger Things?
Nah.
I knew it. So Stranger Things is got to be. It's got to be on maybe my top 10.
Really?
Yeah.
Of all time, or just that genre?
I've got to be honest. I haven't really thought about this list, but I'm just trying to tell you how good it is that I
Okay.
would put it on my list.
Okay.
So you'd like it. So it's all based in like the 70s or the 80s, like back in the day, old school. Like there's a bunch of kids that ride their bike. You've seen it, yeah? It's got the exact same vibe.
Really?
Yeah. So like old school, and there's these experiments going on, and all this weird things. A boy goes missing. It's very cool. You will like the
Okay.
show. I think because you liked it.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
The new one, Pennywise, Dancing Clown. It's got the same kid in it.
Really?
You know the really funny one with the
What?
glasses?
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, he's one of the main kids in Stranger Things as well.
Oh, what a legend.
That's why a lot of people that watched it were like, dude, this is like Stranger Things.
Mm.
Great show. It's actually based on a real life time travel project.
Really?
It was more of a conspiracy theory where they thought the US government was experimenting on little kids.
The US government?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's always the US.
Man, classic.
Classic.
Have you seen all those memes with that clown from It?
Yeah.
How he's in the gutter?
The one where he's waving with the
Yeah.
kids. Oh,
Man.
I found it more of a thriller. Like there was good jump scares, but it's such a good movie. That was a great movie.
You reckon?
Yeah, I loved it. I'm really excited for part 2. I never saw
pretty
the
good.
original either.
It was pretty scary.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good scare.
Mm.
Actually, I'll get to horror in a bit, but good scare. But yeah, great movie. It was an all-rounder for me. Yeah. What about comedies? What are some of your comedies you like?
Oh, man. Shall I start with a banger?
Because I know you're, Chris, like, maybe not a fan of fantasy, but a huge fan of comedy he is.
I'm a fan of... To be honest, the main reason I'm a fan of comedy is you can just chuck it on and you don't have to pay too much attention to it.
That's true. That is true.
You know, if you're busy, you can chuck it in the background and you can still hear what's going on, hear the jokes and stuff.
What's one of your favorites?
And you can relate to it.
You can relate to it. You can.
Bit like that podcast, So Far So Good.
Yeah, it's quite relatable, right? They talk all about relatable nonsense, you know, all of that.
Yeah. You know, I'll start us off with a real banger comedy. I wouldn't call this, you know, like my favorite show ever.
Yeah.
It's definitely up there in my favorites.
Yeah.
But this show I have definitely watched, like, start to finish more than any other show.
I feel like I know what it
I
is.
think it was about 11 times.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Wow. How many seasons?
Fair few, man. Fair few.
I'm pretty sure I know what it is.
about
Let me
8
take a guess.
seasons. Wait, do you want a 3, 2, 1 it?
Yeah, let's 3, 2, 1 it.
All right.
3, 2, 1.
How I Met Your Mother.
Yes!
Yeah.
Acing it.
100%
Well
today.
done. 100%.
Yeah, boy.
We're on Hundy with 2 eyes. Yeah, so I remember you recommended the show to me because I've never seen it. I've still never seen it properly. And you lent me the first season and I watched the first 8 episodes and I never continued.
Did you like it?
It was good. It was good.
Why didn't you continue?
Well, I don't know. I just kind of was like, I don't know. It wasn't very, I don't know. See, I've seen all of Friends many times. And I'm a big fan of Friends. And I was like, oh, it just feels like it's trying to be Friends.
Yeah, nah, it's got
Like,
heaps
I
of
know
different
it's
things.
super different.
No, but you know what it is? A lot of these sitcoms have the same, like, base idea. Because it's just, that's what a sitcom is.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
A lot of them have the same base idea. Like, when you think about it, you've got Friends, you got How I Met Your Mother, you got Seinfeld, you got, like, I don't know, all those crappy ones like Becca or whatever.
What's Becca?
You haven't watched Becca?
No,
Oh, it's like
never
old
heard
school.
of Becca.
No, but you know what? They've all got the same base kind of concept.
Yeah.
And they all, sometimes they use the same jokes, I have noticed.
Yeah.
So I do watch a fair bit, but...
No, but that's all right. I take that as,
Yeah.
you know, they get inspiration off each other.
Yeah, exactly.
That sort of
But that's
thing,
what
yeah.
it is. It's not like they're copying, it's inspiration. They've all
Yeah.
got different characters.
Like, I had nothing against the show. I was just like, yeah, like, I'll get around to it, and I never really did. But, you know, in saying that, I love Friends. Have you seen Friends enough?
I have watched it, but I wouldn't say I'm not
Not
that
as
into
much
it.
as HYMMM.
Yeah. No, I'm not that into it. Caitlin watches that pretty hardcore as well, but I don't know, I'm not that big of a fan of Friends, dude.
You know, Friends was, they were going to call it Insomnia Cafe.
Really?
Doesn't that sound like
Oh
a
my
thriller?
gosh.
Yeah, I'm glad they changed it.
Yeah, that was a
Insomnia
great
Cafe.
choice.
They were also going to call it 6 of 1 and Across the Hall.
Wow.
But Friends is a good name. It's just iconic now.
They could have ruined the show by that one of those
Yeah,
names.
possibly,
Seriously.
right? Possibly. So, who's your favourite character in How I Met Your Mother?
How I Met Your Mother? Oh, man, you can't do that to me, bro.
Is it Barney?
It has to be, dude.
Yeah.
has
Is
to
he
be.
everyone's favourite? Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's just funny. Like, you got to watch it, man.
Yeah, I'll watch it properly.
Everything to do with Barney's the funniest. You know the funniest part with Barney
Tell me.
is that every time he takes a photo, it's like absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, he poses like perfectly. So what they do is they give him like some, they put some stuff in his food that makes him sneeze.
Yeah.
And then like he's just about to sneeze and then they take the photo. But the photo comes out and he's like perfectly posed. So
That's
good,
very
man.
good. That's very good.
That's
yeah,
one of the best.
he is a character. He's a character. You know, if you like that, see, I really like New Girl.
Yeah, I've watched a couple episodes.
Yeah? Not enough, man. Not enough. Because the characters are so good. They're all so different. And they work so well together.
Yeah, but if you like New Girl so much, then why haven't you watched How I Met Your Mother?
Well,
Hey, hey, hey!
New Girl's just a better show.
Get out.
I still haven't watched the final season, though. Final season's only like 4 episodes.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it'll be
that's
sad. Because they legitimately ended it. So,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
it has a proper ending and
Has a
stuff.
proper ending, yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I do like it when that happens.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's better than leaving it hanging for however long, you know.
Well, How I Met Your Mother's got a proper ending as well.
Yeah, but aren't 90% of people disappointed with it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not that great, but whatever. It's
It is what
about,
it is.
You know what it is? It's about the journey, not the destination. It's about the journey.
Is that a quote from the show?
Nah.
Is it a quote from a show?
Nah, it's just a quote from life. Seriously.
Yeah, I've heard it before.
They
I
always
was like,
say it.
maybe that's the
It's
source
not
of
about
the
the
quote.
destination. It's about the journey.
But the destination's important too, because
Not as important as the journey.
the journey only exists because there's a destination in mind. Oof.
But you only got to the destination because of the journey.
But there'd be no journey without a destination.
But once you hit the destination, that's it.
But there's no destination without a destination.
What?
Like, you're not...
What?
There's... Without the destination, it's not a journey. It's just an aimless...
But you said without a destination, there's no destination.
Yeah, but that's true, isn't it?
I guess.
Yeah, well, that's right. Damn right.
Anyway, it's about the journey. So that's why I didn't care that much about the ending.
Yeah,
But you know
fair.
what? TV shows like that, you can never have a good ending. Because the whole
Yeah.
point of it is to make like 10 seasons.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. There are good characters. I'll give it a proper shot.
What's another one of your comedies, hey?
Oh, this is the popular one. First time I watched this show was on the plane back from Japan because I'd run out of stuff to watch. And it wasn't even like episode 1, season 1. It was like season 1, episode 8 or something. And I watched it. I'm like, this is actually very funny. Got home, checked if it was on Netflix, and it was. I was so happy. I told all my friends to watch it.
Really?
And it's a pretty big show now.
It is a popular show.
Very popular. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I think I know the show, but I forgot what it's called.
Ah, I'm going to throw it at you because I don't want to ruin our streak.
Okay. Alright, chuck it in.
All right, here we go. Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's not what I was thinking. Lucky.
What were you thinking?
I forgot what it's called.
Yeah, well, fair enough. It's
You know the one that's handheld?
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
No. Oh, well, yeah, that is too.
Oh, The Office.
No. It's based in America. It's a bunch of different families.
What?
Um,
A bunch of different families.
We'll come back
Modern
to it.
Family.
yes.
Ah.
That's what I was thinking.
Nah, Modern Family's been around for ages. That's a good show, though.
Yeah, but when you said like on the plane, because I swear to God, every airline has Modern Family.
That's so true.
Seriously.
I've noticed that too. Whoa. They
Yeah.
must have some epic deal.
Yeah.
That's a lot of royalties.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
good on him. But Brooklyn Nine-Nine, oh my God. That's probably one of the few shows I've seen where I've genuinely laughed out loud, even if I'm watching the show alone. Like, I've gone, ha ha ha,
Wow.
but a proper laugh, you know what I
Glad
mean?
no one was around for that.
Great show, though, great show. Big
Yeah,
fan of the
I like
characters.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
You've
as well.
seen a bit, right? Not all of it?
I've watched a fair bit, man, but not like, full on watching, just like put in the background kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Do you have a favorite character?
Yeah, the older guy.
Scully, Hitchcock. One of
No.
those?
No.
Oh, the captain.
No. The guy that's in love with like the South American girl.
Oh, he's not old. Charles Boyle.
I think so.
Boyle. The one that loves food and cooking.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a great
Love that
character.
guy.
He's
Because with him, something always goes wrong with him.
yeah. He's
Love that.
he's the Millhouse of Brooklyn.
But you know what? In all these shows, all these sitcoms, that character is always like the best actor.
Yeah.
Don't you reckon?
Well, dude, you know what? I reckon the best in that show is the captain, Captain Holt.
Yeah,
He's such a good act. He plays the character so well.
he does.
It's so funny. Like it's
To
very
keep a straight face. with
straight face all the
that
time. Just
dumb stuff going on.
yeah.
Yeah.
Very robotic. He plays it so well.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
I like the main guy as well. He's so funny.
Yeah, Andy Samberg he's a good.
He's in a lot of other stuff, isn't he?
Yeah, he's part of the Lonely Island. They've made all those songs. Saturday Night Live. They were on. He was in Hot Rod.
Oh, yeah.
with that other guy from The Lonely Island. He's been in a few more movies now. This is one of his bigger things that have happened. Yeah.
But he's just got like one of those faces, you just remember it.
Yeah. He's got that gigantic grin.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good.
Good show. And also, 2.5 Men.
Yeah, you used to love that.
Love 2.5 Men.
Yeah.
And yeah, going back to that like the character when stuff always goes wrong, like Alan Harper in that show, the brother.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's such a good actor.
He was like the loser brother, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's such a good actor, honestly.
Yeah. Wasn't there like this episode you were telling me about where he figured out this way to make money by scamming his family or something?
Yeah, it was so funny. So he would like, let's say, he'd take $5,000 from each person.
Yeah.
And then he'd be like, all right, in a month's time, I'll turn that into $6,000. So then, let's say he's got 3 people. So he's now got $15,000.
Yeah.
So he'll then go to his brother and be like, look, I've got $6,000. And he'll just show it to him and be like, look, I've already got 6,000. Do you want to put some more in?
Yeah.
And then I'll put that back in and we'll get some more. And he's like, oh, yeah, okay. And then he just does that with everyone. And they end up keep putting more and more and more.
Yeah.
And he never actually, like, gives them the money.
Oh.
Yeah. And then he just uses it on himself.
Good on him.
And
That's
then,
like a legit,
towards the end
scam.
and then towards the end of the episode, he goes, it went wrong. I've lost it all. But really, he, like, bought all these clothes, a new car,
Yeah.
all this stuff.
Well, smart
So
guy.
stupid.
So he wasn't. Was he still a loser in those episodes?
Well, yeah, because they realized he'd bought all this stuff.
Yeah, fair call. Did you end up finishing that show when they brought Ashton Kutcher on?
Yeah.
Yeah?
100%.
Did that show have a proper ending?
Can't really remember.
Yeah.
Don't think they did, actually, come to think of it.
It just stopped?
Not too sure. I didn't mind it with Ashton Kutcher. It was still
Funny.
good.
I remember the kid was probably the highlight.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
But he was in it less and less towards the end because they shipped him off to the military. So he was only on like Skype on the computer, and I was like, "Oh, come on, man!"
What? Like in the
Yeah.
show they shipped him off?
Yeah,
Why?
I have no idea. Well, I
Maybe-
mean, he was really dumb. So like, what else was he gonna do?
Yeah, maybe they were planning on getting rid of him in the show, so they just had to be creative, you know?
But why would they want to get rid of him? He was one of the highlights of the show.
Or he must have just had, when actors have like other commitments,
Yeah,
like
true.
they film other stuff. It must have been one of those things.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
maybe they didn't have as a great relationship as he grew up or something.
Possibly, something like that.
Yeah.
Like they do, like they always write. Like when Phoebe was pregnant in Friends, she was real life pregnant, and they just wrote that story around it to fit the.
Yeah.
So
that's
yeah,
true.
it's smart. Writers
That
are
reminds
very clever.
me. That actually reminds me. Have you watched Doctor Doctor?
Doctor Who?
Doctor. Like Doctor times 2. Doctor. Doctor.
I've never heard of Doctor.
Never heard
Doctor.
of it? It's
Nah.
an Australian show.
Yeah,
I think there's 3 seasons out now.
yeah.
It's a really good show, actually.
Oh, the Good Doctor,
No. Doctor.
Doctor Dolittle. All right, it's a new show.
Well, yeah, there's 3 seasons out, so it's been out for like
What's it about?
2-3 years. Oh, it's about this doctor. He's like this famous, awesome doctor, like in the city. It's an Australian show.
Yeah.
So he's like in Sydney, like in the city.
Yeah,
And then he does like a bunch of dodgy stuff. He's always like on drugs and this and that.
yeah.
And then he gets sent back to his hometown, and he's like, "All right, you're suspended from being in a major hospital. You got to go back to your country hometown for I think a year."
Yeah.
And then he goes back and he's staying like with his family on the farm, and he's working at the hospital, and
Yeah.
then it's just funny.
Mm.
Just funny. And he's like a womanizer and stuff, so
So it's like meant to be a comedy.
yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Comedy drama.
Yeah.
Comedy drama.
So it's like thing goes wrong, but it's like serious
Yeah.
things that go wrong.
But in that show, his brother's wife is like clearly pregnant in
Yeah.
the latest season. She's like
Ah.
clearly pregnant.
Yeah.
But in the show, like she's definitely not pregnant because they're like full talking about like she doesn't want to have kids and they're fighting and all this stuff.
Oh,
But
so they
she's like
didn't-
clearly
yeah.
pregnant. Like in half the scenes, you can full tell that like she's got this cardigan right over the top.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
bad.
Yeah. Well, that happens in New Girl, but like she's pregnant in real life, but in the story, they make something where she has jury duty, and it's a super private case, so she can't leave. So you don't see her for like half a season, but
Oh,
they always
really?
make references to her, and I really appreciate when they do very clever things like that.
Yeah, that is pretty
It's
smart.
It's very good the way they do it, so it's not so super random.
Yeah.
And she just disappeared, or he's just gone forever.
Yeah. But
So-
don't get me wrong, Doctor Doctor is an amazing show. I reckon you should watch it.
It
You'll
is
actually really
amazing.
like it. Yeah, it's an amazing show. It just
Doctor.
reminded me of that pregnant thing, how it
Yeah.
was so obvious.
Yeah, fair enough.
But it's a really good show.
All right.
Love it.
I've never heard of Doctor Doctor, actually. I'm so surprised.
Nah, it's really funny, man.
Well, I reckon some honorable mentions. I know you haven't seen this, but The Sinner. Great show. Fantastic. So, it's very... At the end of the day, it's a simple story, but it's how it unfolds. Because the main, murder happens in the first episode, and the rest of the season is how it's happened. Jessica Biel plays the character so well, and the guy who plays the main detective kills it. Great show. You should check it out. Netflix show. Season 2 came out this year. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. And I think we have time for one more of your suggestions.
One more of mine.
Yeah.
All right. How should I finish this off with a bang?
Actually, I've got one to finish off with a bang, but only if you sacrifice.
Okay, I've got one.
All right. Is it comedy?
Nope.
All right.
It is
Hit me.
documentary style.
I know it.
You know it?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Making
Banged
a
Up
Murderer.
Abroad. Ah!
What did you say? Banged Up Abroad. You said
Banged Up Abroad.
You ruined the streak.
You ruined it.
Yeah,
you should know
damn.
me by now.
Yeah, you do love that
What kind
show.
of friend are you?
That's got to be your favorite show, isn't it?
What kind of friend are you, man?
Apart from Survivor, Banged Up Abroad is your favorite show.
You know what? We'll save Survivor for another episode, because that could be a whole episode in itself.
Yeah, fair call.
So Banged Up Abroad. Absolutely love this show. Similar to
Breakout.
which I was talking about. They're both National Geographic shows.
Yeah.
But this is just about basically, being prisoned. Being prisoned overseas. I mean, you could tell by the name. Banged Up Abroad.
Is that also a mix, like real criminals and falsely accused?
Yeah. Bit of both.
Yeah.
Bit of both. Yeah. Look, a lot of them are people that have smuggled drugs or smuggled something. That's like the majority of them.
Yeah.
Because I guess there's just a lot of them.
Yeah.
But there is some other ones that were wrongly convicted or got hijacked.
Yeah.
There's some pretty good ones.
Yeah.
Some pretty good episodes.
I've seen one episode. Like, you always recommend the show to me, but I've only seen one, and it was about a journalist who had his identity stolen by some psychopath. They ended up making a full feature film about that story, actually. It's called True Story.
Oh, okay.
Or something like that. But it's got James Franco and Jonah Hill in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, True Story.
Full movie length?
Full movie. They made a full movie just on that story.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. It's actually very interesting. Check it out.
Yeah, I might.
Yeah.
That sounds interesting. Because
But
that's my kind of movie, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Love that stuff.
They did very well.
Yeah.
James Franco plays a good psychopath. Yeah.
Yeah, that's solid.
Scary stuff.
But yeah, you should watch it. There was actually one episode where they were smuggling gold, and they had like so much gold, and it was so heavy.
So what? They tried to
crazy.
fly?
Yeah,
with this
fly.
gold.
Yeah, they had it strapped like under like. Well, no, it wasn't strapped. No, they had so it was a vest.
Yeah.
So it was a vest. So they had all the gold like stitched inside the vest.
Yeah.
So they put the vest on, and it was like heavy as.
Yeah.
And then they put like a jacket on top of the vest.
Wow. But didn't it go beep
Crazy.
beep when they go to the security?
Oh, dude, it was like a long, long time ago. So it was back when,
Yeah.
they could try and dodge that stuff. Man, when they first would have started flying,
Yeah.
oh, the people that would have smuggled stuff would have just raked it in.
Oh, it would have been... Dude, I remember this one episode of Narcos, which I know you haven't seen. Or have you?
Oh, no, I haven't.
You
There's
like
one-
it, man.
no.
It's true story.
Yeah, I will watch it. I will
Great
watch it.
show. This one episode of Narcos, anyway, they get someone to smuggle something, and there's pretty much little to no security. Like, he got on
Really?
that plane so easily with a bomb.
That's crazy. And that's
Yeah.
real life, isn't it?
Yeah, true story.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, crazy. Crazy
I
stuff.
will watch Narcos, though, because I know when it was coming out, all the trailers were out and this and that.
Yeah.
I just haven't got around to it, but I definitely want to watch that show.
Check it out. Narcos Mexico just came out as well as a new show, so
Oh, cool.
that'll be good too.
Yeah, nice.
You know what? I will finish it off with this. This is going to be an epic show to finish us off with. We've both seen it.
Ooh.
We both love it.
Ooh.
I actually recommended it to you.
Ooh.
Do you know what it is?
I think I do.
We're going to
think
3,
I
2, 1
do.
it
I
and
think-
finish this on a real bang.
It's not a show that like a lot of people have watched. Hey.
Nah, I wouldn't say so.
Yeah. Okay. I know what it is.
All right, here we
I know
go.
what it is.
3, 2, 1.
Outsourced.
Yeah,
Yeah, boy.
that was redemption. That was redemption. What a show, man. What a good show.
Such a good show, honestly.
It's hilarious. If you guys haven't seen it, check it out. It's really funny. They only did one season. Many reasons. I've heard a lot of reasons up in the air. So, but anyway, great show. It's super funny. It's about this call center manager that gets sent to India to manage the team because they've outsourced the whole company there. And he just has to get used to all the whole culture, and it's super funny. It's really good.
Yeah, such a good show. And the office that he's working at, I remember he goes to the food court and he sees the one white guy there, and he's telling him like what food to grab, like this is spicy, this is not, and has all the stomach problems, and it's just like, dude, deja vu.
Yeah, Chris has experienced everything that guy's experienced as well. So it's a funny, relatable show.
Nah, it's actually such a good show, and the characters in that show are so distinct.
So distinct and hilarious.
And
my favorite's got to be the girl who everyone forgets about.
Yeah, the really quiet one.
Really quiet one.
Yeah.
I remember this Halloween episode. They were like, "Were you at the party?" She was like, "Yeah, I was in the corner dressed as a lampshade."
Oh, such a good show. They have some really good ideas on that show.
It was
honestly.
very clever.
Some very
clever.
like distinct episodes, like the Halloween one.
Yeah,
they had
yeah.
Diwali.
Yeah. And all the
Such a good show. So funny. You know what? Maybe it's a good thing there was only one season, because then they can't ruin it.
Can't ruin it. Can't drag out.
Yeah.
It was very entertaining.
Yeah,
I could watch that any
show.
time. Well, this has been an exceptional list of shows that we currently watch, and there's plenty more to add. So maybe we'll do an episode or two after this as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, thanks so much for tuning in again, guys. If you have any other TV show suggestions, then hit us up at sofarsogoodpodcast@gmail.com. Send us any suggestions or requests.
Yeah, and jump on our Instagram as well. So Far So Good Podcast on Instagram. There's some good stuff coming up there, and you'll get some updates there as well. So once again, thank you guys so much for listening to the So Far So Good podcast.
Keep in touch, guys.
We'll
Laters.
catch you next time.